guys, and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to my channel. So guys, today I'm doing a really quick one for you guys. I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew this trendy sleeve. So you could see the picture up there. This sleeve, I came across it and I really liked it. I've been keeping it, saving it up. So now I finally had the chance to make a tutorial on it. So because I know it will help one or two persons out there, so that's why I decided to do this. So if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stylish Naija YouTube channel, and hit on the bell just to get an update whenever I upload a new video. So like I said initially, this sleeve is really simple and easy to do. You could see it is actually divided into two layers. So it is like a straight sleeve, and then it has a flare attached to from the wrist area. This is wrist, sorry, from the elbow area actually. So I'm just going to so for this sleeve I'm going to be making use of my pencil sleeve pattern for the straight part, and then I'll show you how to cut the flare, and then I'm going to be using this taffeta to do the fringes that was attached to the top part and the down part. So you can decide to make you can make use of an organza, you can make use of a doll face satin. So you just work with any fabric. So I'm just going to cut this out right now. Okay guys, so you see here I have my pencil sleeve. So I've cut out the straight part of the sleeve. So the next thing I'm going to cut out now is the flare of the sleeve. So for a sleeve like this, if you want to cut it out, all you have to do is to measure from your sleeve, that's from the part where your sleeve is starting from, to how long you actually want the sleeve to be. So you can see what I have here now. So for mine, I'm going to make, and the sleeve is going to be about 18 inches. So I already have 13 inches here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 inches and flare. That is what I'm going to be cutting out. So I'm going to cut it 6 inches. So that I'll use the other ½ inch to stitch, and then for the hemming. So I'm cutting out 6 inches. That's the length of the flare that I'll cut out is 6 inches. And then the width that I'm going to cut out for this flare, I'm going to cut out 5 inches, which is like 10 inches. That's the radius of the flare. So I'm just going to show you how to do this really quick now. So I'm going to unfold my fabrics again. So I'll fold it on this side so you'll be able to see it. So what I actually want here is actually 10 inches. So that's the radius of the flare that I'll be cutting is 10 inches, and then the length is 6 inches. So I'm just going to, I folded my fabric now. I folded it into 4. So I'm just going to cut out, I'm just trying to see. So I'm using 8 inches to cut it out first. So when I cut out the length, I'm still going to have up to 6 inches that I need. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm trying to measure out my flare now properly. So because what I have here is 10 inches, I'm going to be, and you see, my flare is folded into 4, so I'm going to divide it into 4. So I'm going to have 2.5. So this point now is 5, so you divide it into 2. I'm going to have 2.5. So I'm just going to try as much as I can. So I'm just going to mark 2.5 here. So you make sure you mark it out accurately, or else it's going to be too big, and at the end of the day you have to start you have to pleat it to fit into it. So I've marked it out. So I'm going to mark out my full measurement now. So I have my 6 inches here now. So I'm trying to make sure it is. So I'm going to cut out this part now to make sure it fits into this. So most times I usually advise to cut from the top. So you see what I have? It is just so perfect. So you see it. So the next thing now, we have our sleeve laid out already. So the next thing, I'm going to cut out straps that I'm going to use, that we're going to pleat along this line, and then pleat on the armhole part. So for this, you can decide to, you are going to determine how wide you actually want your ruffle, that's your pleat, to be. You can determine that. So you can choose any size. You can choose between 2 inches to 2.5 inches. So I already have the ones that I've done here, so I'm just going to use them just to save time on this video, so we don't so I already have straps here that I made out. So I'm just trying to, so for this, so you are going to cut it, and then so you are going to turn it into, you are going to cut it, you are going to double it, and then you stitch it and turn it, so it will make it, to give it a very good effect. So I have, okay, what I actually have here is about 3 inches. So when I fix, so after sewing and turning, I had 3 inches. So you could use between 3 inches and 3.3 or 3.5. So it depends on how wide you want it to be. You can actually even make use of 2.5 inches. So you just choose. So I've finished sewing. So you see, you just sew it and then turn, and then you iron it. So we're going to go to the machine. Let's just go and couple this and sleeve together. Okay, so in order to have a very good effect on this, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open our flare on the side. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to ruffle and this our strap. Now we're going to ruffle it, let it come down along the edge of our flare. So you can decide how much fullness you want on yours. So you can choose how full you want it to be. So I'm just going to put this, so just leave out a little excess so you will not have any problem, and then you work with the tips. So guys, so you see, I finished pleating and the first one. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to join these two together. So in joining it, I'm just going to take this like this, or you could decide to do it this way. You take the center of the peplum, and then you put a notch here like this, and then you get the middle of this also, and then you make a notch, and then you join them together, so it will be easier that way. So you see what we have for this. We have it here already. So the next thing we're going to do now, I'm going to do the one on the sleeves. So we already have this one now. So the next thing I'm going to do now, so I'm going to keep the sleeve on the side, and then I'm going to work on the top part of my dress like this. So I'm going to pleat around it, that's the ruffles. I'm going to pleat it around it, and then I'm going to pleat it around. So I want it to face up this way, that it should face the shoulder part. So I'm going to start stitching from the armhole point like this. So you pleat as you stitch. So you see what we have. You see the way it is standing now. So you are just going to determine. You are going to determine how much pleat you really want to put on it. So you see what we have. So it's looking good. It's okay. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut out my excess like this, and then I'm going to couple my sleeve together. So you see what we have. So the next thing now, I'm just going to join it together. So I'll take the mid part of my sleeve. I'm just trying to get the middle part, which is the shoulder part. And then I'll take the center part of my sleeve from this point, also give it a notch. And then I'll couple it together. So you join them together like this. This one will be facing up. And then you stitch. Okay guys, so at the end of the day you could see how the sleeve is looking. So this is the armhole part, and then this is the top part. So you could decide to make use of an organza. So an organza will even stand even more than this. So you see the down part of the sleeve. So guys, it's just really simple. So if you want your ruffles fuller, you can decide to make your pleats more and closer. So guys, if you find it helpful, I would appreciate if you would give it a thumbs up and then share it with your friends. So thank you so much guys. I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you.